All right, so the UFC are back in London town. It goes down this Saturday night. Leon Edwards headlines against Sean Brady. So let's talk about it before we do. My name's Rahul J. Chand. This is the Battle Camp. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. So look, this is a crossroads card, right? Because the headline and the co-main event are not necessarily age-wise, but they're two up-and-coming fighters that are trying to make their way up the rankings to get in a position to get a title shot against two ex-champions trying to prove that they're still at the peak of their powers, and they also deserve a title shot. So let's start with Leon Edwards and Sean Brady. Look, full disclosure, I'm a big Leon Edwards fan. He's probably He's probably my favorite fighter on the roster currently. And I was shocked to see that Sean Brady is the favorite in this fight for two reasons. One, the one time that Sean Brady stepped up against a top 5 fighter in the division. In fact, I don't even know if Belal Muhammad was top 5 when they fought. He got beat convincingly, right? And this is the second time he's stepping up. I know he's fought Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert Burns hasn't been the version of Gilbert Burns we saw when he was challenging for belts himself. And the second reason is he's stepped in at late notice. It's not like this is a fight that he's been training for 10 weeks. So you'd assume he's been in the gym ticking over and in relatively good shape to step in at, 3 weeks notice and face Leon Edwards. But this is a fight that Sean Brady's been calling out for. He's obviously seen something in Leon Edwards that he thinks he can exploit. So if you've accepted the fight, whether it's short notice or whether it's normal notice, whatever the right way of saying it is, you can't have excuses afterwards, unless obviously it's one of these where they step in with 3 days before the fight because someone's got injured or whatever. I digress. Leon Edwards, on the other hand, I've just said he's my favorite fighter. I'm a big Leon Edwards fan. And one thing it's not a criticism, it's an observation that I've got about Leon Edwards, because he does it whether he wins, loses or draws. After the fight, he tends to tell you a reason why he couldn't quite perform at his optimum, right? And for my money, as in any sport, let alone MMA, which obviously is such a physically draining sport when it comes to training for fight night, you're never going to be in a position where everything just happens to peak at the right time. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be niggling injuries and stuff like that. And I don't want to hear any of that after this fight. I want Leon Edwards to go out there and put his best foot forward and remind people why he was a champion, why he beat Kamaru Usman when people were saying Kamaru Usman is the pound for pound best fighter in the world, at a time when Kamaru Usman was talking about boxing fucking Canelo. This is his last chance. He can't lose now. I'm not talking about just this fight, he cannot lose again if he wants another title shot. If he wants to face Belal Muhammad in a rematch, in a trilogy fight, because we all remember the road that he had to go down to get the title shot in the first place. Now, I know the UFC's opinion of him has changed over the years, but he was deserving of a title shot 3 fights before he actually got one. Do you know what I mean? And if he loses now, if he slips up now, I don't know where he goes from here. He's 33 years old, I think, something like that. Let's have a look. Yes, 33. Oh, he's August. I'm August as well. Didn't know that. But yeah, he's 33 years old. If he loses now, I don't know if he's got the time. I don't know if he's got the time to put a run of wins together to get himself back in title contention. People have taken a lot from that one performance against Belal Muhammad. And obviously there were mitigating circumstances because of the time he fought at. But I feel like he needs to remind a lot of people that he's still an elite fighter. He's still at his peak. He's not over it. He's not past it. And Sean Brady is the perfect opponent because obviously it looks as though, according to betting sites, that Sean Brady's the favourite to win this fight. And if I was Leon Edwards, I wouldn't have that. I would not have that. Obviously, I'll just give a prediction because fuck it, why not? I think Leon Edwards wins. And I think he does it in style. I think he does it convincingly. And that's all I've got to say about that fight. Let's quickly talk about Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg, because Blachowicz has been out for 2 years, I think. I can't remember the last time I saw him fight. 2023, July, so just under 2 years, when he lost to Alex Pereira in a split decision. Ulberg's been on a run. Ulberg must be in his 30s as well. He's 34. But, like, obviously at heavier weights, age is less of a constraint. But he just beat Volkan No Time Ozdemir back in November. And this is his opportunity to step up. And the light heavyweight division is so thin when it comes to talent. This fight could put him in a position to challenge for the belt after the rematch between Pereira and... fucking hell, have I forgotten his name? This is embarrassing. Who did Pereira just fight? His name's literally just slipped out of my mind. Ankalaev. Of course it's Ankalaev. So it's a... I'm looking forward to this fight just because I feel like it will be... Like, Ulberg comes out strong, right? But Jan Blachowicz knows how to weather a storm. Obviously, Jan Blachowicz has had shoulder surgery, both shoulders, or a double shoulder surgery. And because he hasn't fought in so long, there will be elements of ring rust, etc. But I feel like it's like fucking two trains coming to collide. And it's about which one gets damaged more. So I'm looking forward to that fight. Another couple of notes. Kevin Holland is back fighting because he fights every 3 weeks, apparently. He lost his last fight. Who did he lose to? That Rene de Ridder. That was just in January. Bloody hell. So literally 2 months ago he fought. And Gunnar Nelson, who hasn't fought for 3 years, 17 years, 84 years. When's the last time he fought? 2023. March 2020. So literally 2 years ago. Yesterday. It was 2 years yesterday. But yeah, this... Jordan Vucinic is a fighter on the card who I've seen fight in Cage Warriors, Full of Tattoos. Nathaniel Wood against Morgan Charrier. That should be good. Jai Herbert, the Black Country guy. What was his name? Black Country Warrior or something? What's his nickname? The Black Country Banger. That's what it is. It's a tidy little card, this, for London. I won't be there because I refuse to pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds to go and watch an MMA event. But I'm looking forward to it. Put your thoughts below. That was just like a little shit video just to talk, because like this is, I wouldn't have made a video about this card, generally speaking. I don't think I made one about UFC 313. But because it's in London and it's Leon Edwards, how can I not? All right, anyway, listen, I'm just rambling now. I'll talk to you guys later. Please put comments in the thing below. Let me know what you think about my opinions. Please share your own. Let me know who you think wins these fights, loses these fights, blah, blah, blah. All of that good stuff. Share with your mates. I'll catch you guys next time.